Felix Ure has created some of the most elegant puzzles that I own. He started creating these puzzles a few years ago, and due to the popularity of his puzzles, I would assume this is pretty much full-time at this point. Everything he made is from his own creation. His puzzles often look simple, but have a devious mechanism in them. He works mainly with brass and steel and copper, spending hundreds and thousands of hours of painstaking labor creating these beautiful little curiosities is what makes them so desirable. Robust, heavy, metal, every single one of his creations is a work of art. Felix even created this chessboard, which I find to be one of the most beautiful chessboards I've ever seen. These pieces weigh a ton. He hit me up in an email months back and asked if I wanted to pre-order one of his coaster boxes, which is a beautiful set of coasters harnessed inside a sequential discovery puzzle box. And naturally, I said yes. And so today we're going to be solving the coaster box. Hi Chris, hope you enjoy your coaster box. I've also included one of my antique brass Corinthia spinning tops, which I hope you like. All the best, Felix. Like this guy. I like what he does and I support everything he creates. And if you guys want to check out his work, I left his link below. One more thing. Friday the 14th of October, we will be releasing, look at these shirts here. Go check that out if you like what we do here and you want to support. All proceeds go directly into my pocket. I don't know. Do what you want. All right, let's get into the video. Like, subscribe. Let's go. Today we're going to try something a little bit different during the solve. This, as I mentioned, is a puzzle box from Felix Ure that was made in limited quantities. It is called the Coaster Box, and it says here, containing 4 lunar coasters. Open the box and remove the coasters. No external tools are required, and no significant force is needed. Now, because this is a simple puzzle box, I thought I'd switch it up a little bit and tell you guys a bit of a story while we solve this puzzle. It is October, so maybe a scary, spooky story might be fitting. The cabin. A hiker decided to go on a hike by himself. Something he was not very used to. The whole day was normal. Trees and bushes engulfed his surroundings. Oh, it's got a little dovetail here. He enjoyed being outdoors in the mountains. Nothing seemed strange to him. That was until he was making his way back to the car. He figured an 8-hour hike was good enough. The sky was already getting dark and he needed to get back fast. What was odd was how much he didn't recognize the trail back. He began to panic. Night had already taken over and all he had was a flashlight. And no clue on how to get back. This is really stumping me here. I thought this would be a lot quicker. It's probably the coasters on the inside. He knew it was already too late and too dangerous to keep going through the perilous forest. He began to worry that he would have no shelter for the night, when almost luckily enough, he stumbled across a broken down cabin. It was dark, and it seemed like no one had visited it in years. But he knew it was the only place he could rest until daylight. Especially since his flashlight was running out of battery. Come on. He knocked on the door a few times, but no one answered. So he let himself in, where strangely enough, a perfect bed fitted for one person awaited him in the center. He knew that if the owner came back, he could explain himself. He was sure that the owner wouldn't mind, or was even probably dead. So he went ahead and got himself comfortable in the bed. As he tried to sleep, he couldn't ignore the collection of paintings around him in the room, portraits of a strange-looking people, all peering at him. You can kind of see the coaster on the inside there. Each wearing a smile that sent chills up his spine. Not too long after his exhaustion from the hike got the best of him, and he was able to ignore the faces. Maybe a magnet in here somewhere. The next morning, he got up early and was shocked. He was shocked to see that there was no paintings around the room. But they were all windows. Ooh. Cool little short horror story. Thought you guys would enjoy. I like those horror stories that have surprise endings to them. Nice little twist. You can find a bunch of them on Reddit. Maybe I'll read another one. I didn't expect this to take very long, but it's taking up quite a bit of my time here. Come on. Wait. Maybe? It's got to be a spin move. No excessive force, they say. Huh. Tricky box, Felix. Tricky box indeed. No clues either. No hints. Just a box that doesn't open. Huh. Here's what I think. My theory is that this comes off, making the stem longer so that I can push it down and maybe it releases the box. That is my theory. However, it does not want to budge. Oh, wait. Oh. Let's go. I was actually on there a lot tighter than I thought it would be. Okay. Hopefully this works. Oh, ho, 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 ho. What a brilliant little puzzle. So simple. Not like, I mean, if your coasters are locked away, you don't want them to be incredibly difficult to retrieve. But so smart. Yeah. And this is spring loaded here. Let's take a look at these coasters. Check these out, how beautiful they are. Look at that. Cork underneath. All handmade. Took his little hammer here. These are beautiful coasters, and they're all quite unique. Let's see if we can get a look at the mechanism here as well. Wow, stunning. Actually, room for maybe even more coasters here. How beautiful is that? Felix, you've outdone yourself. That is gorgeous. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how does this work exactly? That gets pushed out. Oh, so the coasters are actually blocking this. So when these are slid into here, you can't open them because it's actually the coasters blocking it. So once this pin pushes down the middle part, all of a sudden, you can retrieve your coasters. So smart. And another small little red herring or small little trick that he added to this was that the screw here is actually backwards. Like normally this would be tightening and this would be loosening, and he has it opposite. So intuitively, when you take this out and you attempt to undo it, you're actually just tightening it and making it harder on yourself. And that goes back there. And that almost looks like there isn't a seam there. Tricky, Felix, tricky. So cool. So how do we put it back? We just keep our finger down here? Or, oh, do we need to actually keep that screw on top to put it down? Because here, oh no, there we go. And now she is locked in place. And this goes back on, and that box is now complete. And that is the coaster box by Felix Ure. Hope you enjoyed today's solve, and I hope you enjoyed that small story. And let me know if you want to hear other stories while I solve simple puzzles sometimes. We're just trying something new, but playing around with some different formats. It's good to keep changing, keep evolving, and testing out new things. And if you guys enjoy it, I'm down to do some more. So let me know in the comments and like this video. Well, hot dang. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful box. And this is, I don't say this all the time. Actually, I say this all the time. I always say, oh, it's great for my coffee table. You should see my coffee table. It's collapsed under the weight of all the stupid puzzles I've put on it. just, this is good for my coffee table. This is good. This is all good for my coffee table. No room for the coffee. But seriously, this will be put on my coffee table because it has coasters in it. The one thing I find kind of hilarious about this and is that the bottom isn't made of cork or like doesn't have any soft feet. So this will make a mess of my countertop where the coasters, you know, won't. So I thought that was pretty funny, but I'm actually gonna add a little rubber feet here or something, because this is the coolest thing when you're like, hey, can you grab those coasters for me? And you let them, you're like, what are you doing, dude? Do you know how this works? And you just do it. I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's crap. I don't know. All right. I don't write the jokes here. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this different little episode where we read a short story out, I'm down to even write a short story and read that out. I don't know. I like being weird on YouTube with my videos. I like doing things that people haven't done before. And I always find some solace in the creativity that I'm allowed to create for these videos. And even though sometimes you may not enjoy them, you're probably not even here anymore. So it doesn't matter. All right. Shout out to you guys who are still watching. And we'll see you on the next video.
First I'll shop. Peace.